Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Skyfall. We're up to turn number 9. It's July of 1940. 9.5 for UK Commonwealth and 9.6 for the Free French. So let's get into our 2 UK tech rolls. We're going to try for radar, stage 2, 7 or higher, and long-range aircraft, stage 2, 8 or higher. Okay, so radar first. An 11, and long range, a 9. So we're back on track there. So that's good. We have been 1 for 2 a few turns in a row. So we're back to our 100%, at least for this turn. Radar, stage 3, and where are we at? Long range, stage 3. Okay, so how about for income? So mercifully, we were only convoyed for $1 last turn, so we got 31 to spend. We're spending all of it. So a AAA for 4, upgrade 2 militia for 4, that's 8. 2 naval transports at 7 apiece are 14, that's 22. We're going to finish our heavy cruiser on the board for 5, that's 27. And we're going to finish our light carrier that's on the board for 4, that's our 31. The FEC has 16, and they're spending all of it. A colonial for 4, an artillery for 4, that's 8. Militia upgrade for 4, that's 12. And 2 militia for 4 is 16. And Anzac has 7, and they're spending all of it. 2 militia for 4, and an infantry for 3 is 7. Okay, so unfortunately, we have no combat moves. Which is slightly disappointing, but it is what it is. So how about on to non-combat? So let's go over here in the Atlantic. So we got 2 destroyers here in A-18. Going to come off escort duty and go 1, 2 to A-17. Then we've got 2 destroyers and a light carrier here in A-20 coming off escort duty and coming up 1 to A-17. The tactical is going to go 1, 2 and land in southern England. Let's see what else. I think that's it for ships over here. Then here in northern England, 3 infantry are going to come down to southern England. 2 medium armor from London are going to come up to southern England, and 2 AAA from London are going to come up to southern England. We're also going to have these 4 fighters fly to southern England. We got a medium bomber that's in Gibraltar, and that's going to leave and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to land in southern England. I think that's it. This militia in Scotland's going to move down to northern England. German fleet, of course. I think we're good. Let me take a look where Pete's at. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's he doing for long range? I don't think that's at a base though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I think we're good. Actually, let's see. The tactical was an A-20. It's going to fly to London, actually. The medium bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it only has a movement of 5, and I'm not at an air base. So that has to go to southern England. Okay, so Actually, the infantry or the militia that was in Scotland is going to rail to London. Okay, that should be good there. Okay, over here in the in Africa, we're going to have this infantry in Nubia rail up to Cairo. And then we're going to we got to do our maneuvers with the Italians again. So this entire fleet in M8 is going to come over to M4. And then the 3 heavy cruisers that are part of that fleet are then going to go, they went 1, they're going to go 2, 3 to A44. And they're going to go in port there in A44. And then, actually, they don't have to go in port. They're just going to stay in A44. And then the Anzac light cruiser and destroyer are going to come over, if I can pick them up, 1, 2. And then the entire rest of that fleet that moved over from M8 is going to go back to M8, along with the Anzac light cruiser and destroyer and this torpedo boat destroyer. This torpedo boat destroyer here off of Maharashtra at a major base is going to go 1, 2, 3 to M8. This coastal sub in I-4 is going to move up 1 to I-5. And I think that's it. So, I'm not sure about... So, India is not considered home country, so I don't know if these militia can move in home country or not. If they can, then I'll just have the one from southern India and Benares move into Calcutta. If not, then I guess I can rail this one from Delhi, and then one of the ones from either Benares or southern India in. So, although how many rail moves do I have? That's a good question, because I know I got to share them among them. So there's a few things going on here that might that might not be completely accurate, I guess, because if these can't walk in and I've already used my rail moves, then no militia can move. But let's just, for argument's sake, say that I can move these 2. So one from southern India and one from Benares move into Calcutta. If not, then clearly they just stay where they're at. That's it there. Here in Australia, I think we're good. So that's it for non-combat. So unit placement. So we've got a AAA, and then we're upgrading 2 militia. So the AAA is going to go here in northern England, and the 2 militia upgrades are here in southern England. So take off those 2 militia and put down 2 more infantry. And then we got 4 ships, 2 naval transports, a heavy cruiser, and a light carrier. So they're going to all go here in A-17. Let's see what else. And then that's it, the FEC. We're going to place our colonial infantry in Calcutta, our artillery in Calcutta, militia upgrade Calcutta, and then we've got 2 militia, which I'll just replace the ones here in India and Benares. Now, if for some reason those 2 militia weren't allowed to move, then they would obviously just stay there. And the 2 militia I purchased, I guess, one for Maharashtra and one for Bengal. So, for Anzac, the 1 infantry goes in Sydney. 1 militia here in New South Wales, and 1 militia here in New Guinea. And that should be it for the Australians. So collect income. Let's see, where are we at for the British? That's too far away for me to see. So England's at 26. They spent everything, and they still have a 5 bonus, so that's 31. FEC 14, spent everything, 2 bonus is 16. And Australia 7, spent everything, and no bonus because of that German sub over there. So it should be 31, 16, and 7. On to the Free French. They have $4 to spend. They're spending all of it to upgrade the port. So we'll go ahead. This port here in French Guiana gets upgraded to a major. So they have nothing left. And then no combat, so non-combat. We're going to do a strategic naval move. So this French transport is going to come out of port there in Gibraltar and go 1, 2, 3, pick up the infantry, 4, 5, and go back in port and drop that French infantry in Gibraltar. So I guess the Italians could declare war on the French if they wanted and sink that transport and that man. I'll leave that up to Global War 36 enthusiasts. I don't think so, but... And then we've got a submarine over here, and that's going to come up... how about 1, 2, 3 to P27. And that should be it for the Free French. So they spent everything, and they're sitting at 2, so $2 is what they'll have. So let's do a unit recap. So New Guinea's got a militia, Queensland militia, New South Wales a militia, Sydney a motorized infantry and artillery, a fighter, 3 militia, and 5 infantry. There's now militias in Delhi, Benares, Southern India, Burma, 2 militia in Malaya. Calcutta is potentially up to 5 militia, 1 Gurkha, 7 AAAs, 1 artillery, and how many infantry? I shouldn't. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 12, 13, 17 infantry, I believe. So again, just in case Silk needs an exact number for Calcutta, potentially 5 militia if those 2 could move, 1 Gurkha, 7 AAA, 1 artillery, and 17 infantry. In Cairo, we have a militia, a colonial infantry, an air transport, and I believe 5 regular infantry. There's a coastal sub in I-5, an M8. Let's add these to the fleet card over here. Okay, so the fleet card now consists of 3 battleships, 1 battle cruiser, 1 transport, 2 subs, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers. In port in M2 is a French naval transport. In port in A44 are 2 British transports. In A44 are 3 heavy cruisers, a light carrier, and a fighter. Gibraltar has a militia, a mountain infantry, 4 British infantry, a French infantry, and a coastal artillery gun. In England, in northern England, we have a militia and a AAA. In southern England, we have 5 infantry, 2 medium armor, 2 AAA, 1 medium bomber, 4 fighters. In London, we have a militia, a tactical bomber, and 5 infantry. I just want to make sure of something real quick. Okay, just want to make sure there was an airfield there. And in A-17, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We've got 2 empty light carriers. We've got 4 naval transports. We've got a French light cruiser. We've got a torpedo boat destroyer, a coastal defense ship, 3 heavy cruisers, a British light cruiser, and 7 destroyers. So again, we have, for the British, 2 empty light carriers, 4 naval transports, a torpedo boat destroyer, a coastal defense ship, 3 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, 7 destroyers, and 1 French light cruiser, all in A-17. So that should be it for UK Commonwealth. Turning things over now to the Italians and Global War 36 enthusiast.